What's the funniest rumor you've started as a joke? I was sitting in history class, bored out of my mind. Mr. Patterson was doing his usual 45-minute lecture on the same war we'd been covering for 3 weeks straight. At this point, I could recite his entire speech word for word, including the part where he adjusts his glasses and says, "Now, this is where it gets interesting," even though it never does. I'm the type of person who loves listening to drama, and there was this whole thing going on about how Bryce supposedly liked Skylar, but Skylar was dating Colin, and it was this whole mess that had been unfolding for weeks. People were picking sides, analyzing Instagram stories, the whole 9 yards. I was sitting there thinking, what if I made this even more chaotic? So during lunch, I walked up to my friend Nolan with zero plan, zero evidence, just pure chaos energy. I leaned in and said, "Dude, did you hear that Mr. Patterson is actually Bryce's uncle? Completely made up. Zero truth to it." I pulled it straight out of thin air like a magician with a really stupid rabbit. But Nolan, he ate it up. His eyes went wide and he goes, "Wait, what? Are you serious?" I just shrugged like I was protecting classified information. He immediately ran off to tell his girlfriend. By the end of lunch, I heard 3 different people talking about it. By the next day, the entire school thought it was real. Kids were analyzing their last names even though they didn't match. Someone claimed they saw them at Target together, which made 0 sense because half the town shops at Target. Another kid said Bryce's mom and Mr. Patterson had the same nose, which is just insane behavior. And then Skylar, for reasons I still don't fully understand, broke up with Colin. Her exact words were, "I can't date someone who's too connected to the teachers." Colin was devastated. Bryce had no idea why everyone was suddenly being weird to him. Kids were whispering in the hallways, pointing, giving him these knowing looks like he was hiding something. He kept asking people what was going on, and they'd just say, "You know what you did," and walk away. The man was spiraling. Then it got worse. Mr. Patterson actually got asked about it in class. Some kid raised his hand during a lecture about the Treaty of Versailles and goes, "Mr. Patterson, is it true Bryce is your nephew?" The room went dead silent. Mr. Patterson blinked like his brain just blew screen. He goes, "I don't even have a nephew." But here's the thing, people didn't believe him. They thought he was trying to keep it a secret to avoid looking biased. Someone literally said that's exactly what someone hiding nepotism would say. This went on for 2 months. Parents started complaining. Actual emails were sent to the administration about unfair grading practices and nepotism in the classroom. The principal had to release a statement clarifying that Mr. Patterson and Bryce were not related. But even that didn't work. People were like, obviously the school's trying to cover it up. Bryce eventually just gave up trying to deny it. He'd hear people whispering and he'd just sigh and keep walking like he accepted his fate. Mr. Patterson started grading Bryce's tests harder just to prove a point, which only made things worse because then people were like, "See, he's overcompensating." The man could not win.